Hey, good morning, everyone. Garage Hustle here, at least 3/4 of us. Waiting for Vince to walk in. Vince. Oh,
What's
there
up,
you are.
guys?
Hey. It's gonna get real uncomfortable here.
Here we go.
Real uncomfortable.
Yep.
This is awkward, but I guess we'll
You're
make
gonna
it
have
work.
to go 40%, Brent.
Yeah, right. I'll move this here.
10 to 50.
You know, that's interesting. That thought, uncomfortableness.
Uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable. I've been uncomfortable in life, and I think it helps me grow. What about you guys?
I agree.
Oh yeah, definitely. Being uncomfortable makes you grow in life.
What do you got, Vince? You say that so confidently.
I feel like you should chase being uncomfortable, because you're too comfortable, you kind of stay stagnant in life. So even when we met you guys, you know, us driving over here and hopping in here was probably an uncomfortable moment for us, but we were so excited just to meet you guys. And look, and now we have a show called The Garage Hustle.
What made you
Season 2.
uncomfortable about walking in?
Just like meeting new people all the time, you know? Like it could be like the situation. I mean, I throw myself in these situations all the time, so I'm kind of used to it. I kind of like to chase the weird gut feeling, I call it. But, you know, it's kind of uncomfortable when you meet new people a lot of times, especially in situations in their space, not like a networking event. Like you didn't invite us out. We just kind of came in while you guys were working.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, you know?
And it's successful.
And yeah.
I like that.
it worked.
Well, I'm going to add to that because I think it's funny, we set that up. He walked in, picked right up.
Yeah,
And
that wasn't on accident.
but he thinks the same way that we were talking, right? Hence the
Totally.
topic here. Uncomfortableness. I think it's important that if you're an entrepreneur, stay uncomfortable, get uncomfortable. My example would be 1st of December, I brought on 2 partners, which I was confidently talking about 11 months prior, like it was going to be no big deal. 2 partners came on December 1st. I was very, very, very uncomfortable. Like, what did I just do? 30 days went by, end of January, I'm like, oh, we got this. I'm looking to bring on more partners now. So I think overcoming that fear, you know, you can talk the talk, but you walk the walk, and then at that point you get very confident and do it again. So that was kind of my big uncomfortable moment recently.
I think for me, the biggest time I have been uncomfortable in business was when we signed the lease on the building. Because, I mean, we went from having no overhead anywhere, except for like, you know, Google Apps for work and Music Bed and Premium Beat, SoundCloud. But like charging or having to pay out no money to like any big expense monthly, and us being able to really just take everything in as profit, or us be able to grow and save our money, to now having this huge expense. And it was like, where's the money going to come from? We're going project based. And then like we knew that it looked right on paper, and we knew, like, Vincent was sitting in the meeting, we were like, bam, this is how much we could afford a month. And Vince was like, Eric, what are you talking about, dog? Like, but I was scared, but at the same time I knew that it was going to take Carbon to the next level. And so when we signed the lease on the building, it pushed us to make sure that we continue to working hard. And now, a year and 2 months later, I mean, we got this in the bag. I'm over here looking at when's the next building gonna
It's funny how that works, right?
Yeah, because I was so scared. And Vincent was saying he had the feeling like when your brother's about to get a whooping, and like you didn't do anything, but like, you know, he's about to get in trouble and you feel bad for him. But yeah, like I remember being extremely nervous, stressing up late at night. But yeah, no, I know that was one of the best decisions for the company. And now, like I said, a year and a half later, like completely confident in the work that our people are able to do, and even seeing myself be able to grow from thinking, oh, when's the next project, to like, okay, how do we sustain ourselves? What does 5 years look like? What does 10 years look like? So now for this year, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do that's really going to put my neck out there, push me, make me uncomfortable to where I am in a
Carbon Detroit.
Carbon Detroit, Carbon New York,
Blueprint Detroit. Let's do it together.
Carbon Cincinnati, Ohio.
There you go. Don't go to Ohio. Sorry, guys.
That's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, you want to talk about
That's
something
uncomfortable.
James, what's up?
For me, it was almost a year ago now. I didn't take a full-time job. I got let go from my old company that I was working for, and had a couple of job offers that were floating around, and met with this crazy guy, and it was super uncomfortable for a couple months of just, I mean, you want to talk about financially tight and some nervousness, and when you're when your wife is dependent on you and you are trying to build something, it gets really uncomfortable. But you figure it out. It keeps you hungry. You don't work hard if you're not hungry, and if you're not working for something and you get too comfortable, it just gets easy to be like, I got this, and you sit back and things stop growing. And then the second time was bringing on 2 people to join the team, which I did not think was a 2017. I thought that'd be another year down the road, and it's good, uncomfortable.
So what do we want to gain out of our audience? We want to know your stories. We want to support you. We want to get you here, talk to you, motivate you.
Well, did Vince really share an example of like how he's been uncomfortable?
Yeah, I
Kinda?
mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
Sorta.
sort of.
You're
I guess
comfortable
like
right now.
Walking
All right.
in here.
Opening the restaurant, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What's the restaurant again? I forget.
Irie Kitchen.
Go eat there.
Plug.
So like, I'm very a nonchalant person. Like, not a lot things affect me. But like, as soon as the day after I opened the restaurant, I was kind of like, yo, what am I doing? You know, like, got super uncomfortable. I got worried. I started
Stressed out
Yeah.
a little bit.
stressed out a little bit.
vicious.
I was like, okay,
A little vicious to people.
how much am I paying right now? Like, you know, what I got myself into? Because this is definitely like, I don't know. And I had no one to like really ask questions to, so I was just kind of shooting from the hip. So it was just like me getting uncomfortable, me leading people in a different way. Like I always like give advice, but like having people that work for me that could be older than me, and then leading them, and it's like, you know, having that responsibility. Like any business where you employ people, you have that responsibility now to take care of them.
Oh, for sure.
And like you think going to business for yourself, you're like, oh yeah, I'm my own boss, blah blah blah. But you really are like taking care of other people, and it's
Yep.
like it feels like every single day and it's not an issue, but I'm always catering to like what other people need from me, and then it's like okay, like if this person needs more money, then I have to go out and make more money so I can afford them, you know. So
It's
it's
all
like,
about making more money.
well, yeah, money is part of it, you know. It's making like a good impact, you know, too. Like, but let's be honest, like you're in business to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to make a lot of money all the time, but like you need money to sustain it to be able to grow. So
Yep.
impact, aka money. I think those people use different words, but yeah, you definitely got to
good.
grow financially to be able to afford people, your team, things that you want, and yeah.
One thing to end on, and this is what's rolling around in my head. I think people have a hard time understanding like work and like should I risk it all for my wife, for my kids, for my this or that, and they can't tie it to like uncomfortableness as maybe we're talking. So think of it this way: if we sat on this couch this way for a week straight, we'd be a lot more comfortable than we are today,
Yeah.
and it'd be like legs all up on people, like trading phones. It would just be comfortable after a while, right?
Yeah.
And we could probably fit a couple more of our audience on this couch in a week or so
Yeah,
if we
we got
keep
a lot.
doing this. So try to tie that together. That's an
So
invite.
come on out next week and
Yeah.
join us.
So I think in all reality, just get uncomfortable, make it happen. 2018.
Yeah.
We would love to hear your stories. Comment, share what's going on. How are you uncomfortable? What are your
Shoot us an
goals
email.
to make yourself uncomfortable this year to grow?
Perfect. See you next time, guys.
Thanks.